The 2026 NBA draft is already being framed as a three-man race at the top, but that framing is way too narrow. Most people stop at AJ Dybantsa, Darryn Peterson, and Cameron Boozer and call it a day. That ignores how much context matters once college roles, development, and team needs enter the picture. I think there's a real argument for expanding this conversation beyond the usual names, and while one prospect is clearly the longest shot, the upside is real enough that it deserves discussion. AJ Dybantsa is the type of player front offices convince themselves can change everything. At his size, with his athletic burst and scoring instincts, he already looks like an NBA wing playing against much younger competition. What separates him isn't just the highlights, it's how naturally offense comes to him. He doesn't hunt shots, they just appear because of his movement and feel. His jumper is smooth, his handle is advanced for his size, and the ability to rise over defenders gives him a margin for error most prospects don't have. Where Dybantsa really scares defenses is attacking space. Give him a gap and he's at the rim in 2 steps. Help defenders can't fully commit because he's improving as a passer, especially hitting shooters when the defenses collapse. He's not a finished playmaker yet, but the reads are coming faster. The game hasn't slowed down for him yet, and that's the scary part. Defensively, he flashes real two-way upside. When locked in, he can guard wings, disrupt lanes, and contest without fouling. The consistency comes and goes, but the tools are undeniable. Colleges will test his discipline more than his talent. If he responds well to being the focal point every night, his stock only rises. Dybantsa's ceiling is a true franchise wing who can be the best player on a playoff team. His floor is still a high-level starter because of his size and scoring alone. Teams chasing upside will always gravitate towards his profile. Darryn Peterson's case is the easiest to explain. He gets buckets. When the offense breaks down, he's the guy who can still get a clean look. His scoring package is deep. Pull-ups, step-backs, tough finishes, free throws, all of it. He plays with confidence, but not recklessness. Every move feels intentional. Peterson's handle and footwork allow him to create separation even against good defenders. He understands pacing better than most scorers his age. He can score off the ball just as easily, which is why he fits next to other stars. That scalability matters a lot at the NBA level. The biggest selling point is reliability. You know what you're getting offensively every night. Defensively, he's not a stopper, but he competes and doesn't hurt you. Teams won't draft him expecting defense to be his calling card. They'll draft him because points translate. In college, Peterson is likely to be one of the most productive scorers in the country right away. If he proves he can score efficiently with defensive attention keyed in on him, his value skyrockets. His ceiling is a go-to scorer on a good NBA team. His floor is a long-term offensive weapon who always has a role. Cameron Boozer doesn't rely on projections or imagination. His game already makes sense in an NBA context. He plays with balance, patience, and a high-level understanding of spacing. Boozer scores when it's there and moves the ball when it's not. Coaches love players like that. He's a dependable shooter, a smart passer, and a strong finisher around the rim. He doesn't force tough shots or dominate the ball unnecessarily. Defensively, he's solid, physical, and almost always in the right spot. He may not overwhelm you athletically, but he rarely makes mistakes. At the college level, Boozer's impact will show up immediately. He'll raise the floor of any lineup he's in. NBA teams value how quickly he can be trusted. You don't need to redesign your system to make him effective. Boozer's ceiling is a multiple-time All-Star if everything clicks. His floor is one of the safest in the entire draft, a high-end starter who contributes to winning basketball for a decade. That's why so many teams see him as the safest pick in this class. Caleb Wilson's argument starts on the defensive end. He changes possessions without scoring a point. His size, length, and instincts allow him to guard up, down, and across positions. He doesn't gamble, he disrupts. That alone puts him on NBA radars. Wilson's rim protection and switchability give him immediate value. He rebounds in traffic and closes possessions. Offensively, he's not finished, but the tools are there. He's improving as a finisher and showing more comfort attacking closeouts. The shot is coming along, even if it's not consistent yet. What makes Wilson interesting is how much room there is for growth. If the offense catches up even halfway to the defense, you're talking about a special player. College will be huge for him in terms of role and confidence. More touches could unlock a lot. Wilson's ceiling is a defensive anchor who can score enough to stay on the floor late in games. His floor is a high-level defensive starter who impacts winning even without offensive polish. That combination makes him far more valuable than he's currently being treated. Nate Ament is the name most people hesitate on, and for fair reasons. He's raw, inconsistent, and still figuring out who he is as a player, but the upside is obvious. He has size, fluid movement, and real shooting touch when he's comfortable. Those traits don't grow on trees. Ament flashes scoring ability that looks effortless at times. Other times, the game speeds him up. That inconsistency is why teams will debate him heavily. Defensively, he's still learning positioning and timing, but the physical tools are there. College will determine everything for Ament. If he improves over the course of the season, teams will take notice. NBA scouts love growth curves almost as much as production. He doesn't need to be great immediately. He needs to show progress. His ceiling is a high-level offensive forward with mismatch potential. His floor is the lowest of this group, which is why he's viewed as the longest shot. But for teams willing to gamble on upside, he's intriguing. This draft isn't as simple as a three-player race, no matter how it's usually framed. Each prospect at the top offers something different, from upside to safety to immediate production. That's why team context will matter more than usual in 2026. If I had to project the order today, I still believe AJ Dybantsa goes first, followed by Darryn Peterson, Cameron Boozer, Caleb Wilson, and Nate Ament. The debate will rage all season, but the talent at the top is undeniable. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.